Hey everybody, Tim here. Today's episode of Enterprise, Season 2, Episode 18, Crossing. So this is one of those that I can't tell. Like, I have such a difficult time because I'm watching so many Enterprise episodes at once, and there's only like a few good ones in between. Somebody actually commented on one of these videos and said, like, there's 4 seasons of episodes, and if you just took the good ones out, you'd only have about 1 season. And so, like, it's like, I hate it. And then when we finally come to a good one, like, am I stuck in that line of hatred? And I'm just like, I don't care if it's a good episode. I still hate it. And I move along or what? But this is one of those episodes. Like, it's difficult for me. Like, I got to take a step back and, like, wait, if I just look at this episode by itself, is it any good? Now, first of all, it reminded me a lot of the first Star Trek motion picture with V'ger and stuff like that. And I hated that movie. So I was like, okay, that's a bad comparison. Let's move along. Now, I really liked the original series. I think it was a good series. 3 seasons, whatever. One of my big complaints was every other episode was Kirk coming into contact with a non-corporeal being. Like, every other villain was this villain who, like, did not have a body, and it was just a floating gas, or it was something that did not have a physical shape. And I was like, okay, you can only do that for so many times. And then we got to the Next Generation, and the first villain was Q, who was non-corporeal. So I was like, what the fuck is this? I know, even my cat agrees. So I'm actually impressed. I didn't think about it, that it took us 2 full seasons for Enterprise to come in contact with a non-corporeal being. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. So kudos to them for not being like, shit, we're out of ideas. What do we do? Something they can't see or touch. There you go. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm okay with that. The whole, like, gigantic ship swallowing Enterprise, it was a really well done technique. Don't get me wrong. Like, watching it was cinematically beautiful. Like, I thought it was great. And then once we start seeing these wisps of smoke and they, like, take over Tucker, and then they take over, like, Mayweather, and then Hoshi, and all these characters, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, their ship's about to crash and they need other people. Like, this isn't a peaceful, like, journey. This is a invasion of the body snatchers. I got it. And by the time we get to the end, I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, non-corporeal villains, I get it. They want your bodies, move it along, destroy the ship, we're done. Okay. Like, so overall, I think it was an okay episode. But again, like, at this point, I think we're 2003 or something. The Next Generation came out in, like, 1987. So, 87, 97. So, Star Trek has been on the air for, like, 15 years. Like, Next Generation had 7 seasons, Deep Space Nine had 7 seasons, Voyager's had 7 seasons, so 7, 14, that's 21 seasons right there, plus we're on season 2 of Enterprise. I feel like at this point, Star Trek has just had so much fatigue, because it's on, like, its 23rd consecutive season, that it's like, okay, you don't have anything original to do. You're the Simpsons at this point. Like, just stop. You're doing the same thing over and over again. So, overall, it's an okay episode, but it's a tired episode because it's not a new episode. For those who have seen it, what did you guys think? Did it remind you guys of V'ger, or is that just me? Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time for Judgment.